Hello, viewers. Welcome back. As you guys know from if you've watched some of my previous videos, and anybody that's new to subscribing, you may have to go back and watch a few. I am formerly from the retail world. I was a retail executive at one time, so I'm always very curious at looking at things from the retail perspective because I did that for almost 40 years of my life in corporate America. So I was interested to know what the National Retail Federation was thinking of this tariff war and went to the NRF, the National Retail Federation's website, just to check in and see, and posted right smack in the middle of their web page, who pays for tariffs in big letters. Tariffs are a tax paid by American companies and consumers, not by the foreign governments targeted by the tariffs. So they're flat out saying Trump's lying because in all his tweets, he's like, oh, the company pays for, or the country that we have the tariffs against pay for it. They keep saying, Trump keeps saying China's paying for it. China is not. It's built in at the ports, just so anybody who's not familiar with retail and importing, when merchandise comes into the ports, that's where the tariffs hit. That's where the taxes hit. That's where duties hit. All the different port fees, everything that's paid for at the port. That is passed along to consumers. So that is paid for either by a retailer who's importing for themselves, like Target, if they're importing directly, Target's paying that right at the port. It's built into the cost of the goods. They call it landed costs. So you have a first cost over in China. By the time it gets here and it has all those tariffs and duties and everything added in, it's a landed cost. The retail price is set based on that estimated landed cost. So they figure out, okay, well, if we have all these tariffs, we've got to jack the retails up, right? So ultimately, the consumer pays for the tariff. The companies who import pay for it. If it's a vendor who's importing and then turning around and selling to a retailer, the vendor pays that tariff at the port when it clears customs. They pay it. They then pass it along in the cost that they sell the goods to a Walmart, Target, Macy's, Bed Bath & Beyond, whoever they're selling to. They pass along that higher cost to the retailers. The retails then set their retail prices and pass it along to the consumers. So ultimately, we pay for it. The consumers pay for it. Just so everybody has Retail 101. I know that was a crash course. So I want to take a look at the National Retail Federation. They're very powerful. You have the three family members that own Walmart are each worth over, the last time I checked, it was over $33 million each, or $33 billion each. It's probably even higher than that now. I'm going back a few years, but they're all multi-billionaires in the Walton family that owns Walmart. Then you have, big companies like Target and Macy's and Bed Bath & Beyond. They're all on the Retail Federation. So I just want to see, is the Retail Federation putting any pressure on Trump to stop the trade war, to stop the tariffs? Oh, they're talking. They're talking. They are talking. What I'm hearing is they're talking till they're blue in the face because they can't get anybody to listen. Wow, could I have any more major arcana in this? And powerful cards. Wow. Aces. When I see multiple aces, that's like yes. So, yes, the Retail Federation is trying to talk to Trump world to try to get these tariffs stopped. They're trying to hang on to what they've got. They're trying to hang on to their profit margins and everything. They're trying to hang on to the pricing structures that they have. Their challenge is to get a new beginning. Their challenge is to get a new plan going. In the past, retail was very good, bright sunny days. America here at the root was happy with how things were going. Crowning the reading, we have the death card. So there's going to be a big change with these tariffs. There's going to be a big change because the sword of truth is out. The Retail Federation, the newscasters all over TV, they're all making it known that no, we the consumers pay for the tariffs. China does not pay for them. We the consumer pays for the tariff. It's breaking hearts. It's breaking companies. With higher prices, sales drop, jobs are laid off. Retailers, if they're not making as much profit, they start doing layoffs. Companies fold. So it's hurting retail. And this illusion, this smokescreen that Trump keeps putting up is driving them crazy. What I feel on this, the Queen of Pentacles, yeah, she's the practical queen, I call her. She's the grounded queen. She's very good with money. I feel like they're trying, the practical approaches to get this truth out and to create this change on the tariffs. So I don't feel this is one person. I feel like this is a collective of the Retail Federation, that they're trying to do practical things. Because Trump's winning at all costs. I'm going to put the tariffs out there, no matter who gets turned away, is a burden to the retailers. And it's a burden to the U.S. Consumer. Queen of Swords. It's interesting. The Retail Federation, too, if I remember right, when Trump first took office, he had a committee that was supposed to be talking to the representatives from retail, and a lot of them quit his committee because he was so ridiculous to talk to. I feel like this is like some sort of legal action coming in here. Legal action and some sort of agreements that are made regarding the tariffs. Yeah, because retailers are losing their footing. They'll be struggling, and they're going to end up doing job layoffs. Just ask, what is the legal action? I'm going to pull the Queen of Swords out here. Wow, I was not expecting some sort of legal action to show up. I'm going to lay the Queen of Swords as this signifier. What is the legal action, or what is the legal recourse that the Retail Federation is after? The other thing is, Trump is probably all pissed off at a lot of the retailers because a lot of them who used to sell his merchandise, when he started getting in trouble with porn stars and everything else, they quit carrying his merchandise. So, oops, I'm about to have a cat fight. Hang on, pausing. Sorry, Artie was bothering Mia. She's grumpy when he gets too close. He wasn't touching her, but she was making it sound like all hell was breaking loose. Artie's in kitty timeout. That means he's banished to the upstairs, away from the girls. So, what is this legal action that it looks like the Retail Federation wants to do? Show me more. Trying to make a decision at a crossroads. trying to block the tariffs. Seeking answers. I'm not sure that's the Retail Federation taking the legal action. It feels like they're waiting on Nancy Pelosi and the courts to take action to throw Trump into retreat. Let's just see. Interesting. Waiting on their ships to come in with higher tariffs. Waiting on their ships to come in. They're battle weary. It looks like they're working and negotiating with Congress from both sides of the aisles. I'm feeling that they're talking to people on both sides. Yeah, they're talking about Trump's plan with the tariffs. They're trying to put a fast end to it to restore balance back into retail. So, yeah, they're passing judgment on Trump and the White House that are executing these tariffs because it didn't go through Congress. They're passing judgment on him. They're going to pass the blame to him when they have to do job layoffs, massive job layoffs in retail because their profits aren't as high, and they're struggling. The unemployment rate's going to go up, and they're going to blame Trump very vocally. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so they're not going after him legally themselves. Let's just see if I want to look at the Waltons. The Walton family that owns Walmart. Thousands and thousands of stores now, employing thousands and thousands of people. Billions and billions of dollars. What do the Waltons think of Trump? Because they were always quite supportive of conservatives. So they could hang on to all their billions. The Star. Interesting. Celebrated person, or they have hopes he'll do the right thing by them. They did get all their tax breaks on a personal level. I actually feel like the Waltons on a personal level are supporting Trump. Walmart aside, because he came in with this all these actions, all these quick actions. His challenge is to have a new plan, a new beginning, or a re-election. At the root of this, a lot of emotions overflowing. But here's all the family money in the past. This would be the Walton's family money. I feel like they would like to see less government, is what I'm getting in the whole thing. They would like to see less government. I laid a clarifier on it, surrendering, defeat, lowering. I feel like they would like less government involved, and that they think that that's what he's doing. That's what a lot of his actions have been about, is having less government. Smoke screens in the near future. The Waltons think he's strong. They're celebrating him. And he brings a life of luxury to them. So it feels like they're supporting him. Interesting, though. They think he's going to be gone. They think he's going to be gone. Swift action coming in, chasing him out of office because of Mueller's report and all the investigations. They don't think he'll survive. After Mueller testifies, they don't think he'll survive. Yeah, I feel like they feel like they're the decision about the taxes will cause them to start having to pay taxes again. Like they're afraid that'll change. Yeah, because there'll be new beginnings. Interesting. Anyway, that's retail and readings. I got that out of my my juices. I'd be curious to see if anyone can find any articles on the Walton family, if they've spoken out anything about Trump. It looks like the cards are saying they sort of support him, but they don't think he'll last. So they're sitting on all their billions and billions in their tax breaks they got. Even if Walmart's having a little bit of a tough time, they're still sitting on their billions. So we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like that, click thumbs up and subscribe to see future videos. Thanks, bye.